Alright, into Danger Pack today, and we're going to take a look at this run that was submitted in the Discord by Burry. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation or not, but I'm going to stick to it now that I've made the decision. So this is a bounty attempt, and I haven't really talked about bounties on the channel for a long time. This was something that I added to the website way back. In fact, I think it was one of the first things that I added to the website. The main goal was to try and encourage people to go for unusual teams. And it definitely worked. There were a lot of people that submitted completions of various teams, and I have done videos about them in the past. It's just been quite a long time since the last one. Essentially, the goal is to complete an arena run, to win the run, rather, and have the lineup exactly the way I have requested it in the bounty. So in this particular example, what I wanted to see was a team of one Amazon River Dolphin in second position, and then 4 Takushis all around it. I'm sure I will put that as the thumbnail just so that it's as clear as possible. Now, it did used to be kind of difficult to do a lot of bounties that involved getting multiples of the same pet. Danger Pack actually has a lot of options in terms of making that less of a challenge. I'm sure we're going to see some of them in this run. But essentially the idea is that the Takushis keep on moving each other to the front, letting the Amazon River Dolphin snipe over and over. And then, of course, there's the, very basic theme that all of the pets are dolphins. Now, you can see here on turn 5, Burry doesn't have any of those things yet. So it's a Mami Rabbit and Proboscis Monkey and the Spoonbill at the front. Level ups into Giant Tortoise, which is also not a dolphin. But of course, the Proboscis Monkey can transform things. So what's going to happen here is, I think Burry's just going to keep on playing until such time as the Amami Rabbit gets turned into a Takushi. So it doesn't happen on this turn. There is the transform food in the shop. Forgotten the name of it. Chickpea. An Amazon River Dolphin is acquired though. Now that is maybe slightly awkward because you would think that the goal was to transform the Giant Tortoise into an Amazon River Dolphin. Maybe that's what's going to happen later on, in which case they can just be combined together, and the Tortoise automatic scaling will probably outpace any scaling that the Amazon River Dolphin gets just naturally. So back to the shop, and the Proboscis Monkey duly turns the Amami Rabbit turns the former Amami Rabbit back into another Amami Rabbit. I feel like that happens way too often, but I'm sure that's just, confirmation bias. So very good hit from the Amami Rabbit hitting the Pygmy Hippo. Although I think it's still going to be a loss, yeah, definitely. The II now triggers after only 7 attacks, so you just don't have as much time to disrupt those teams. But a good hit from the Krill there, the Baguette, which is really good against this pack for removing stuff like White Ochre, but it will also get activated by jump attacks, as we're going to see here. So the Tasmanian Devil jump attacks the Baguette Takushi, which results in it going off, even though it was way back in the lineup. I don't know if Burry thought about that beforehand or if it was just a nice, happy accident, but it's always fun to see anyway. And you can see there also there is Bonobo in the shop. So if you need a copy of something, Bonobo is going to help you out big time. But with double Takushi frozen, I think really the main transformation that we're looking for now is one of the tier 4s. So either the angelfish or the golden tamarin to be turned into an Amazon River Dolphin so the two can be combined together. This person's username is Loch Lamora, which I think is from a book series that I've never read. Let me know in the comments if you recognize that name. So, okay, one of the Takushis gets used as a combination. I guess maybe that's purely because of Bonobo, being pretty confident that Burry will be able to get another Takushi at the very end. The only problem with Bonobo in this scenario is that obviously that you might end up having to sacrifice a heart in order to get the transformation, and from the looks of things, this team is going to end up having to throw in a couple of base stat Takushis at the end and just cross every finger. So opposing Takushi because of the... was it Cocoa Bean there, or was that an already level 3 Takushi? I have watched this run already, but I have forgotten a lot of what happens. So not exactly dissimilar to most of my videos, I would say. Fun to see the random batfish transformations. And yeah, the giant tortoise is pretty close to 50 health, and it transforms into another angelfish. So that is quite good. I mean, that could mean that you could combine the little angelfish together and then transform a level 3 into a dolphin, but at some point you have to stop relying on the transformations, and I'm sure Burry is well aware of that. The Phoenix doesn't really help out its own team here, and it's going to be a win. So that's 9 with 2 hearts left, but yeah, at this point you can't risk winning by accident, so you just have to commit to putting in the 2 base stat Takushis on, which turn is it? 14. Now this is looking quite difficult with the triple backline unit. Even though the baguette removes the white ochre there, yeah, both of these units are going to activate. The Amazon River Dolphin does survive on 1 HP, but the level 1 Takushi isn't going to give enough health to recover the situation. That was actually quite close though. Judean date for the stronger equipment. And one last chance. And look at this. The front unit has Cocoa Bean. So it transforms into Takushi and moves the II to the front. So they're not going to get any activations. And yeah, the combo works as intended. And Amazon River Dolphin clutches out the win. So well done to Burry for completing that challenge, and also well done for having the plaque for, what was it, top 2% in ranked versus, I think. Very impressive stuff.